Hello, friends. Chain rule today. Chain rule. So I can identify an inside function, g, and I can identify an outside function, f. And you can see that y is f of g of x. So this is certainly a chain rule. Y prime will be f prime with g plugged in times g prime. What is f? F of u is u to the power of 8. I think g is straightforward. So what do we get here? Y prime will be 8 times the g. Now to the power of 7. Okay, because I have f prime of u here is 8 u to the 7. And then times my g prime, which is going to be a quotient rule, which I will just leave for the next step. You can do it all in one step if you want, but for now, I'm going to put it just as a prime there. So g prime, that's what I have here, g prime. Okay, continuing on. This bit here doesn't change, so I'll just put ditto marks there. Now I'm going to do my quotient rule. I got g squared downstairs. And on top, I have g. F prime, which would be 3x squared minus f. G prime. So what can I do there? What can I do there? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Well, like a good calculus student, I can look at my numerator and factor immediately. So I see a 3x squared. That can come out. I got x cubed plus 1 minus x cubed minus 1 staying in the bracket. And then I have x cubed plus 1 all squared there. And then what happens? I got my ditto marks there, and I got 3x squared times something, and that something is 2, right? This is 2. Okay, the x cubes cancel. I got 1 plus 1. So I get 6x squared upstairs, and then x cubed plus 1 downstairs. Now what's happening? Remember what my ditto is. My ditto marks, that's this guy here. So multiplying this out, I get 6 times 8 is 48. 48x squared. And then on top I have x cubed minus 1 to the power of 7. And on the bottom, what do I got? I got a power of 2 here and a power of 7 here. So it's going to be giving me a 2 plus 7 is 9 is my exponent downstairs. 9. Okay, pause and copy if you haven't done so already. And we'll move on. Next example. Now, I see an inside function. which is minus 3x. Okay, but you can try. I don't think y is going to equal in an obvious way a function inside a function. Okay, so I cannot start with chain rule here, as far as I can tell, because I cannot write y this way. So what do I see instead? The first thing I see is a function times a function. So we'll call these, u and v. So y prime will be u prime v plus u v prime. So what's that? 2x times v plus x squared times the derivative of this guy. Okay, so that bears repeating. When I look at the original function, it does not lend itself to a chain rule as a first step. The first step has got to be product rule. Okay, again, I can't write this as a function inside a function. So don't do it. Okay, here's where the chain rule comes in. When I do the prime of e to the negative 3x. It's a 2. And what do you get? Well, you get e to the negative 3x times minus 3. There's my chain rule. Okay, what is it? F is e to the u. G is minus 3x. F prime is also e to the u. G prime is minus 3. So you can check that this is f prime with g plugged in times g prime. Okay. Again, good habit is to factor. What do I see? I think I see in green, I'll say this can come out, right? X, e to the negative 3x, going outside. And what survives? Looks like minus 3x survives over here. So why does minus 3x survive here? Well, one of these x's goes outside, and this minus 3 goes outside. So all that's left is, sorry, let me start over. Why do I get minus 3x here? Because I took out this, right? So one of these x's goes, and this exponential goes, right? And what's left is one of these x's and the minus 3. So minus 3x.